Cowboys Jerry Jones threatens to fire radio hosts during tense interview. Jerry Jones was two things on Tuesday morning that his football team wasn't last Sunday afternoon: feisty and combative. In the wake of the embarrassing 47-9 blowout to the Detroit Lions at AT&T Stadium, his worst home loss since buying the Dallas Cowboys 35 years ago, Jones engaged in some spirited, tense and, at times, awkward banter during his weekly radio show on 105.3 The Fan. During the 35-minute interview, Jones sarcastically called the radio station's co-hosts geniuses and yahoos, and essentially threatened to have them fired for continually asking him to explain and/or defend a lackluster offseason in which the Cowboys roster seemingly wasn't upgraded. "Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something, and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job," said an audibly upset Jones to host Sean Sharif. "I'll get somebody else to ask these questions." "I'm not kidding. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you are, you need to come to this owners' meeting I'm going to today with 32 teams here, because you're geniuses." When the hosts persisted in their desire to revisit offseason moves, Jones said, "You really think you're gonna sit here with a microphone and tell me all of the things that I've done wrong without going over the rights? You got to be smoking something over there this morning." Once calmed down, Jones both apologized for his team's performance against the Lions and defended the roster he constructed as the team's general manager. "I'm very sorry for what happened out there Sunday. I'm sick about it," he said. "But we have outstanding players. I know it. This not a situation where we need to bring in 20 new players during this bye. That's not going to happen." Asked about the team's offseason goals of improving the running game only to have the Cowboys last in the league in rushing, Jones again bristled. "What about the top priorities, to sign Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb?" Jones asked. "Got that done, and that's the definition of all in. Anybody want to argue with that?" After later calling the hosts yahoos on the other end of this phone, Jones reiterated that will not fire head coach Mike McCarthy during the season and urged fans to remain optimistic about his 3-3 team entering the bye. "We should be able to not have that happen to us, what happened on Sunday," he said. "I never thought we wouldn't be able to move the ball on those guys. But we got shoved around out there. They had a great time at our expense, and that was frustrating. But we're very capable of beating the 49ers. Related, Cowboys are disjointed and disinterested, says insider. Were key breakdowns predictable? By the end of the interview, temperatures cooled, but it was clear that the Cowboys' disappointing play was wearing on Jones' patience. "I'm saying what I'm saying, don't tell me what I'm saying," he said at one point. "You want some conversation this morning, you're getting it." Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones had his feet held to the fire more than usual when he appeared on a Dallas radio station a few days after his team's embarrassing Week 6 loss to the Detroit Lions. And Jones didn't appreciate it. When asked about the team's struggles and the criticisms Jones didn't spend enough during the offseason, the billionaire owner all but threatened the hosts of the 105.3 The Fan's Sean and RJ show. Jones hinted he would get other radio hosts to ask him questions, and brought up the station's rights. "Oh, I remember those criticisms very well." "Okay, so what? What's your point? What's your point?" Jones said on the station. "This is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something, and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job. I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man. No, I'm not kidding. You're not going to figure it out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you are, or any 5 or 10 like you need to come to this NFL meeting I'm going to today with 32 teams here, you're geniuses." Jones added, "You really think you're gonna sit here with a microphone and tell me all of the things that I've done wrong and without going over the rights? Listen, we both know we're talking to a lot of great fans, and a lot of great listeners. And I'm very sorry for what happened out there Sunday. I'm sick about what happened Sunday. The hosts questioned why Jones was getting so combative and expressed they were asking the questions that Cowboys fans wanted to know. Jones' response seemed to serve as another shot at the station and whether or not he would continue to give it his business. "Can I tell you something, guys? I don't get mad at people that I cannot be with if I don't want to be with," Jones said. "I don't get mad. You're asking me for a response and I'm giving you a response." NFL fans react to Bill Belichick Dallas Cowboys rumor. 2018, head coach Bill Belichick walks off the field after the Patriots lost to the Eagles in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Just recently, rumors are swirling around that the Dallas Cowboys may potentially hire Bill Belichick as the team's new head coach. In turn, NFL fans have expressed what they think about this idea being floated around for the Dak Prescott-led roster. As speculation swirls around the future of the former New England Patriots head coach, rumors are heating up regarding a potential connection to the Cowboys. Following their recent struggles, particularly after their disheartening loss to the Detroit Lions, some believe that owner Jerry Jones might consider a change at the coaching position. Belichick, a legendary figure with a storied history in the NFL, could be seen as a prime candidate to rejuvenate the Cowboys franchise. Their performance this season has not met expectations, leading to discussions about possible coaching changes. With Mike McCarthy's future uncertain, the idea of bringing in Belichick, known for his tactical brilliance and 5 Super Bowl victories, is appealing to many fans and analysts. His experience could provide the fresh perspective the Cowboys need, especially as they aim to compete in a competitive NFC East. After a humiliating loss to the Lions, rumors about a potential Bill Belichick hiring are gaining steam. NFL fans, meanwhile, have reacted to this possible development in a tweet shared by Jordan Schultz on X. While owner Jerry Jones remains committed to Mike McCarthy, many around the league wonder if Dallas could become the primary landing spot for Bill Belichick this offseason, should the #Cowboys decide to make a change. According to multiple sources, Belichick has a really great. "What is this Belichick hype? He was terrible without Brady," Elpress 365 said. "No coach is helping until Jerry lets go of the GM position," Michael Norton shared. "Bill as GM and Tom Brady as head coach," Bartley wished. "Their cap situation isn't great, Belichick might have better options when the season ends," Megas explained. "That would be a giant mistake," Mitch Stevenson tweeted. "BB likes to go to places Parcells was and then do better than him. This makes sense," John McDevitt posted. "New. Only a coach who will tell the owner to sit his ass in his owner's box and keep his nose out of operations, GM duties, and coaching of the team to include who they play, etc. is what we want. And Bill and Jera are friends," Lacey protested. Jerry Jones would never hire Bill Belichick simply because Bill also wants to be a GM, and Jerry isn't ever giving up the GM title, DeReal Conman reacted. As the NFL season progresses, both the Cowboys and Patriots face pivotal moments that could shape their futures. Fans will stay tuned to see whether Jerry Jones is going to make a bold move to secure Belichick or not. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining the paths of both franchises, as fans eagerly watch to see how these rumors unfold. The coaching carousel in the NFL is always unpredictable, and this situation is no exception.